Hi students, welcome to second year commerce class. In the previous class, we have discussed about characteristics of entrepreneur. So who is the entrepreneur? Who takes initiative to start a new enterprise? So exactly what do we do in enterprise? We have to assemble, we have to accumulate the factors of production. Okay, right from your intermediate first year you are learning what are the various factors of production. So let us discuss about the technical definition given by J.B. Say regarding the entrepreneur. Mr. J.B. Say, a popular management writer and economics author, says that J.B. Say defined entrepreneur that an entrepreneur is an economic agent. An economic agent. What do you mean by economic agent? Who tries to earn something out of his performance is called as an economic agent. Okay, through which means through his efforts he tries to make out profits. That is why entrepreneur is called as a economic agent. Because all economic agents will give some output, will have some money worth. So here, entrepreneur is an economic agent who unites. Unites means assembles. In common language we say combines. Assembles or combines all means of production. Means of production. What are the various means of production? Means of production is also known as factors of production. You know very well what are the various factors of production. Okay. J.B. Say defined entrepreneur as an entrepreneur is an economic agent who unites, means combines or assembles, brings together all means of production. Means of production are nothing but factors of production and finds the value of product. Value of the product means he manufactures a product. For example, see, by combining all the factors of production, if I manufacture this marker, okay, so this marker has got some value, maybe worth 30 rupees, maybe 40 rupees. Like who is the entrepreneur? For example, this is a marker where normally we are filling the ink. Okay, innovation. Entrepreneur, what entrepreneur can do is, suppose I want to make, I got an idea. Markers means now I may introduce a electronic chip into that. Maybe after a few years we may find. Suppose when I say that commerce 2 and I put on the bracket board, it will write. Like now what you see on Google, voiceover. Previously when you want to search something on Google, you need to type the word or the letter or the sentence question. Today if you don't know how to type, you speak. So automatically that Google receives that question and it will display the answer on the screen. Understand? So this is a new development. Innovation is that. So here also ordinary markers are there. Suppose say after some days, now what we are doing? Manually we are filling ink into this. Maybe I will manufacture a marker where just if I dip into this, or say like mobile recharging, I will say ink recharging. I may have some various plugs and black ink plug and blue ink plug. If I insert and put the charger, it will refill that ink. That we may innovate. So something you have to manufacture a product. That is the role of an entrepreneur. According to JBC, entrepreneur is an economic agent who unites all means of production and finds the value of product. So whenever you accumulate, whenever you assemble the factors of production, what you have to do? What do we pay for land? We pay rent to land. These are called as rewards. You will better learn in your economics. These are the factors. These are the rewards. Factors and rewards. For land, it is rent. For labor, it is wages. For capital, it is interest. For organization, it is profit. So, he has to pay off all these things. An entrepreneur, when he assembles all these factors of production, when he finds the value of the product, so he has to manufacture a product in such a manner that he has to pay rent towards the land, what he has used, he has to pay off the wages to the laborers, interest to the capital, then he has to make profit for his organizing ability. Then he becomes an entrepreneur. Clear, ma? So this is the definition given by J.B. Say. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss about functions of an entrepreneur. Functions of an entrepreneur. So these are the functions. Right from first year I have been telling you, functions doesn't mean celebrations. Okay, in common language, functions means where we celebrate a birthday, marriage day, or some anniversary, college annual day, freshers day. They are also called as functions. Normally where people assemble and enjoy. But in terms of subject, functions means the activities what we have to perform being in that role. For example, being a commerce lecturer, I have to perform certain activities. They are called as my functions. My function is to arrive to the college at on time, then completing the syllabus on time in the stipulated time period, teaching the subject in an effective manner, conducting the exams, clarifying the doubts of the students, revising the syllabus, make sure that all the students are perfect for their IPA examinations. So being that subject teacher, being the commerce lecturer, these are my functions. Being a principal, our principal sir will have his own functions. Similarly, being an entrepreneur, you also will have to perform certain activities. Okay, by discovering an idea, by identifying something new, by your skills and abilities, you may be called as an entrepreneur. But when you have to assemble these factors of production and manufacture a product or provide a service to the customers in order to earn profit, in that course, in that process of assembling and manufacturing a product, you have to perform certain functions, without which you cannot achieve the goal. In the previous class, we have discussed that the entrepreneur has to set a goal and he has to work hard to achieve that goal. So, what do you mean by hard working? What you will do? Will you run from your home to office? That is not the way of hard working. So, in what way you have to work hard? In what way you have to assemble the things? So, what are the various activities you have to perform as an entrepreneur in order to become a successful entrepreneur and see that you earn the profits in the market? What you have to do? They are all the activities put together which are to be performed by the entrepreneur to reach his goal are called as functions of entrepreneur. So the functions, first one is innovation. Already we have discussed a lot about this. Innovation means find a new product, find or say manufacture a new product or provide a new service. Condition is which is not done by others earlier. Make something new. Okay, find out a new feature in the mobile, find out the new marker, find out a new method of board. Say for example, create an electronic board. Now what we are doing? After writing the entire content, we have to rub with the duster. Suppose make use of technology and say after the completion of the class, erase, then vanish, completely board must be white. Okay, that's how we need to do. Like what we get in various mobiles and computers, where we can retrieve and where we can delete, etc., transfer, move from one place to another place. Various things we are learning in this modern era by applying this technology and internet. Okay, so anything you make a new method. Nowadays we are seeing lot of innovation in terms of furniture also. Many times you see in various metropolitan cities, as where the place is very narrow, daytime we make use that product as a sofa to sit. During night, that will become a bed. Foldable chairs, students who are writing, etc., etc. This bench is there, so it is occupying this much space. So when you are staying in a rented house, you cannot afford this much space. So after completion of your study, you want to fold it. So a folded chair, just hang it on the wall. Okay, that's how various things are there in the field of furniture. Nowadays you might have seen that dustless fans. MS Dhoni gives the advertisement. Okay, right now we see that fans absorb a lot of dust. So every 15 days we need to clean. So it may take a lot of time and you need to pay for that. So nowadays what the companies have done by their improvisation, they have manufactured fans in such a manner that due to the chemical used in the painting and other things, they don't absorb the dust from the floor. So fan looks very neat. Paintings we are observing, okay, many times. Earlier only few shades of paints used to be there, something dust. Nowadays you can wash walls, chemical proofs, dust proof, waterproof paints are there. These are all innovations in terms of colors, textiles, okay, furniture, vehicles, fuel, okay. Then transportation. Just now in the previous class, I told you that a bimodal car which can be driven on road as well as flight. So that's how. When we have seen, you might have seen in social media, some buses, they will go on run as well as on water. That's how they are made. Okay. Maybe 15 years back, we did not have any sleeper coach buses. Only if you want to travel from one place to another place, sleeping means we had the option of only trains. But today we see so many transport agents are providing the sleeper coach buses to Tirupati, Shirdi, Bangalore, Chennai, Kerala, Goa. Okay, that means it will have a particular seat till night 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You can be in the sitting position. Later on, just above that you will have a berth by springs and chains. Automatically it will be converted into bed. So you can do that. So mobiles, computers, we are bringing lot of changes. So when you manufacture a product, it should give a new service, a new benefit to the customer, which was not given, which was not done by any others in the past. That is the real meaning of innovation. Create something new. Clear? So that will be your first function. Then risk bearing. This also already discussed. Because when you innovate something new, it may be a hit or flop. Okay. It takes a lot of time to introduce your product or your firm to the customers, and consumers do get acquainted with your product. Okay, it takes a lot of time. In the meantime, so many things may change in the market due to government policies and changes in the environment. So quite naturally, you have to face the risk. So many times, even in the first year class, I told you that when you start a business, there is no guarantee that always you earn profits. You should be ready to take the loss also. So the fear of loss is called as risk, is defined as risk. So the entrepreneur has to bear the risk also. Sometimes because you are doing something new, so it takes more time to penetrate into the market where your product gets acquainted to be known to the people and they start buying. It may take time. Normally for movies, if it is a new movie, initially very first day more people will come and you will get money. But for product, it is not like that. For product, someone should use it. They should disclose the advantages. People should know about that. The news about the advantage of the product should spread in the market by way of advertisement, by mouth publicity from the customers. So then only you will be able to sell the product. So naturally, it takes more time. Clear? So that is the reason you have to bear risk also. Then organization and management. What is organization? Group of people working together is called as organization in a common language, particularly our commerce field. Apart from that, technically into the depth, organization means where you have to set the things, right thing at the right place. This is very much required. Organization means you have to place right thing at the right place at the right time. Means all these resources, how much of land is required, how much of labor are to be appointed, what amount of capital is required, how much machinery you have to install, how much material you have to purchase, all these things you have to do at the right time. If that is done at the wrong time, you won't get the result. For example, you take a student. If the student does not study well before the examinations, does not plan her studies, naturally the result will be poor. Even sometimes we may get failed result also. Because you have studied, but after the exams, what is the use? So ultimately you have to write a supplementary examination and you will get in your compartmental in your memo, as I told last year many times. So you have to do anything at the right time. Particularly for an entrepreneur, in order to maximize his profits, whenever he is uniting, combining all these factors of production, he has to see which one will fit at the particular place. When you have got the resources, you should know what is best and what is good for your organization, where it is to be placed, when it is to be placed. Then management. Management involves lot of activities. It involves planning, it involves organization, it involves decision making, lot of things. Management means you have to think about your resources. How much of capital you have got, how much of land you have got, how many laborers you have got, how to allocate them, what is the work to be given them, how much money is to be used, how many laborers are to be appointed, even if they are appointed, how many hours of work is to be assigned for them. So these are all the part of management. Management is very vast. Okay, when you go to graduation or post-graduation, you will understand what exactly management is. Management is getting the things done through others. In a simple manner, I'll define. Management is getting the things done through others. दूसरों से काम कराना. Getting the things done through others. So you should know to whom the work is to be assigned. We have to identify the resource. Who is capable of doing that? For example, there are a certain number of lecturers are there who can teach commerce, who can teach mathematics, who can teach economics. You have to identify and give the subject. For example, for a commerce lecturer, if you assign the mathematics, can he teach? For a mathematics lecturer, if you assign commerce, will he teach? No. Even though they teach, they struggle, ultimately result will be bad. So being a manager, being an entrepreneur, you should know to whom the work is to be allocated, who is capable of performing that task. So like that you have to assign the job and see that the work is done. Like you are a captain, like a principal of the college, principal of the school, you have to allocate work to different people and see that all people will achieve the goals. That is called management. Then business planning, this is very much required. Planningless work will be a failure. Planningless work will be a failure. In your graduation, you will learn a best plan is half done your job, half done your work. If you plan your things in a proper manner, so ultimately it paves the way for the success. Like you see, you have to walk certain distance. If the road is with a lot of stones or other sticks or dirty material, it becomes very difficult. Naturally, when you walk, what you have to do? First of all, you have to make the way to walk through, or someone has to make the way. Otherwise, you will struggle to walk. So, planning will pave the way. That means it creates the road. So, then it becomes easy to walk. Even you can run because the road is smooth. The road is proper now. So, every individual in the present situation, particularly the students, are struggling to make up their career, struggling to settle in their career because they lack planning. As in my previous class, I told you that many students do not know what they want to become. Clear? What is their goal? They did not define. So blindly they will be following others. That way it is not going to work out. So the entrepreneur has to plan what product he has to manufacture, where he has to establish the factory, how many number of units he has to manufacture, what is his target, everything he has to plan. So even he has to plan in alternative methods. If one plan does not work, go for the alternative plan. So like that we have got various types of plans that we learned in the last lesson of our second year commerce. Then comes decision making. This is very, very important. A decision is to be made when you got different alternatives. For example, you want to establish a factory. So there are 4 possibilities. You can establish in Hyderabad, you can establish in Medak, you can establish in Mahbubnagar, you can establish in Karimnagar. Say these are the 4 alternatives you have got. Now you have to decide where you want to establish the factory. 4 employees comes for the interview. You have to select only one. Which one is to be taken? Who is to be selected? Like that, various decisions are to be taken in the process of managing a business organization. Decision making is a very complicated, crucial, strategic quality an individual should possess, particularly an entrepreneur. Because a single wrong decision will make you a beggar. Similarly, a good decision will make you successful. Clear, ma'am? Why? For example, you take a decision by the student to join a college will change the things. Unfortunately, if a student goes to a wrong college where the studies are not good, environment is not good, so our career is gone. Fortunately, if that student comes to a good college, having better faculty and better environment, and where you get morals, values and proper guidance to your future, so that will change your life. So here the decision to join college A or college B. Similarly here, for entrepreneur, you will have various alternatives. in terms of products, in terms of location, in terms of employees. So whether to manufacture or not, whether to recruit or not, whether to buy or not, whether to go for loan or not, like that various issues will be there. So you should think wise, you should have knowledge, you should have guts to take decision. Okay, sometimes if you don't take decision at right time, then also you may not get success. So a proper decision is to be taken at an appropriate time. That is the reason you require a lot of guts and you should have decision making ability. If you are always in dilemma, you will lose your business opportunities. Clear? So these are the functions of an entrepreneur. It is also very important for 5 marks.